The Eagles came out flying against the Bucs on Sunday, going up by 18 through 2 quarters. But Baker Mayfield made it a game in the second half, getting his team within a score before throwing an interception in the end zone in the fourth quarter. Now, despite the 31-25 win, it was not a huge day through the air for Jalen Hurts. He ended the day with just 130 passing yards. Meantime, a disgruntled A.J. Brown went to X after just 2 receptions for 7 yards with scripture from the Bible taking us to church. Quote, "If you're not welcomed, not listened to, quietly withdraw. Don't make a scene, shrug your shoulders, and be on your way." As a petty queen, I too have subscribed to this many, many times. Do you think this is something, or are we making something about nothing, Cam?
There's obvious disappointment for A.J. Brown. And we've seen this time and time again. But this is the thing. Winning has been the only cure to muzzling him. When you see tweets, when you see open dialogue of saying what we should be doing here is, and obviously when you start to see book reading, you want to say, you don't read books. So it's like, hold on. He's trying to say without saying, I'm not happy here. And there's been time and time again, we've seen this from A.J. Brown. But this is the reality, too, where it's hard for you not to say as a fan, as an observer of the game, to say he's not capable. He's shown what you could do versus the Los Angeles Rams. He's shown that he's still a dominant receiver. And what we do know as players is you don't get this time back. You don't get these opportunities to prove why you're top tier or why you're one of the best that's doing it. So for A.J. Brown, he can't say much because they're winning. If they were losing, you would definitely be in the double situation where it's like, okay, we're losing and he's frustrated. He's obviously frustrated, but we're winning. And that's the thing that they've always had the issue with over this stretch, in Philadelphia. A.J. Brown is obviously not happy.
Go ahead, playmaker.
Well, listen, this is what I love. And I love Sam and these guys set it up so perfectly to help prove the point that I have been making. So you guys on this set will say you're going to take Jalen Hurts over other people or over Dak Prescott. I don't think his own receiver saying I want to take him over Dak Prescott. That's what A.J. Brown is saying right here. You see what I'm saying? He's telling you guys, I understand we are winning. And Cam, you are right. Winning cures a lot of things until you don't win. And then the house crumbles. You see, because then you don't win and you didn't use him. Now he gets to say, I told you so. I told you this was the problem. We got to fix. You see what I mean? In the NFL, you're going to have to do them both. And yes, they have been doing a great job ultimately winning. And I'm concerned only on the attitude part, or I should say the countenance of A.J. Brown in this situation. Because I'm telling you, the one game that they don't win and you don't throw him the ball, now we may have a problem that'll spill over like it did a couple of years ago when they won the first 10 and lost 5 straight in the end of the year. That wasn't a talent problem. That was a unity problem. That was an issue between the team, and we saw how it destroyed that team. That's the thing I say that we must always be concerned about. And A.J. Brown, it's not like he's the small guy, like it's so hard to give him the ball. We just watched a week ago where he took over the game, where he just said, give me some opportunities. They don't even have to be perfect opportunities. He manhandled people, threw them off, picked up and took it the other way to get you back into that Rams game, to help you win that Rams game. I don't condone that he's this upset and undefeated. I want you to quietly complain when you're undefeated. You see what I'm saying? Because I don't want to mess up the team if I'm in Philly. But the reality is we can't skirt what he's saying. We cannot skirt what he's saying. And he's one of the best receivers in the National Football League. I don't want to hear people say, Michael, you wrong with how you treating Jalen Hurts. Michael, are you this? How can you say Dak Prescott over Jalen Hurts? How can I? His own damn receiver is saying it. I just want you to hear what he was saying. And yes, I love that he is at least reading scripture, and he's hearing the word. Cam, he's trying to work on that better him. He knows, like I know, there's at least two of us in each of us, and he's trying to show you the good him. Because if Jalen Hurts keep doing this, you going to see the bad him, and you don't want to see that bad him.
America, here's the problem. You can't trust anything Michael Irvin has to say about a team, especially in the NFC East, when he's trying to make a point to help out his Cowboys. He cannot be trusted. He can't be trusted. It's just the truth. Now, I'm fully aware. I'm not blind. I saw Jalen Hurts go 0 for 8 for 0 yards in the second half yesterday.
Second half.
0 for 8 for 0 yards, okay? Why has that happened? Why has that happened? Because they were so dominant in the first half, all right, that Nick Sirianni and those boys called off the hounds. This is what they do. And that's one of the problems that an A.J. Brown has. Of course, if you're A.J. Brown, a wide receiver, you'd rather play with Dak because Jerry Jones paid Dak $60 million. Jerry Jones has been on the record with yours truly talking about how he not only hopes and wants and expects, but wants Dak to save the day. He wants Jerry Jones. This is Jerry Jones we're talking about, right? Because I don't know if you noticed, Cam, it's Michael Irvin's fault that Michael Parsons is gone. Even he admitted that. It's his fault. It's enough. You understand what I'm saying? He did not talk to Jerry. He admitted it. He admitted it on national television, Cam. That's what Michael Irvin said, okay? It's all his fault because he didn't focus enough on influencing Jerry the way that he should have to keep Michael Parsons on board. So it's his fault right there, right? But here's where it gets even worse, Cam.
Moving to go.
Jerry Jones gave him $60 million. This is Jerry Jones, and I think we all know. I kind of know him a little bit. Jerry Jones is the kind of dude that I paid this brother $60 million. Damn it, I shouldn't have to pay Dak. I shouldn't have to pay Micah. You come save the damn day. I made you the highest paid quarterback. You play in the most important position. You go out there and get it done for me. Let me tell you something right now, Cam. Are you ready for this? If Jerry Jones had his druthers and the Dallas Cowboys could win with a sorry-ass defense, but they dropping 40 a game, Jerry Jones would love it because he looked like the genius that took care of the quarterback. Look at me paying that man. Look at me investing in that man. Look at me trusting that man, and now it's validated. I knew exactly what the hell I was doing. That's what we're talking about here. So when Michael Irvin talks his drivel, he gets on there and he's talking the nonsense. He's talking about A.J. Brown. Here's the reality about A.J. Brown. Like any receiver, this brother is ultra talented, and he's a Super Bowl champion. And he knows they're not utilizing him properly collectively as an offensive system, schematically and beyond. And A.J. Brown is basically letting you know, I want up out of here. Now, here's the question for the Eagles, and I'll pass it on to both of y'all. Do you hold on to him because you're trying to repeat as champions? Or do you sit up there and deduce that maybe, just maybe, he's getting a bit demonstrative early, and we might want to get him up out of here? You understand? And get some equitable compensation in return for his services since he don't want to be here. At some point, sooner or later, they're going to have to answer that question about A.J. Brown.
Wait, Stephen, you just said, though, this man is very capable, but he's not getting the opportunity to show people. So if he's very capable and he's not getting the opportunity, don't you put that at the feet of Jalen Hurts in the head coach?
No, I put it at Sirianni and their system and what they call it. They're not asking them to do that. Jalen does what you ask him to do. Jalen does what he's proven. He does what you ask him to do.
What you're saying. So the coach is going to handicap his quarterback. I know you can do this, but I'm not going to ask you to do it. What coach will do that? What coach will do that? If he knows you can do it, he's going to lean on what you can do. He's a
Super Bowl champion, Super Bowl MVP. What you talking about what he can't do?
Cam Newton was a two-way threat. We didn't just say run the ball. Cam Newton threw the ball because he could do it. And the coach asked him to do everything he could do. It takes everything you can do to win in this league. So don't try to give him an easy out by saying the coach ain't asked you to do it. He didn't ask him to do it. The question is why the coach ain't asking you to do it.
I don't have to give him an out. He's the Super Bowl champion. Your Your brother can't even get to a conference championship game.
Okay.
I mean, he's the champion. I had to give him an out. Go ahead, Cam.
But we talking about AJ.
Let Cam speak, man.
Let
Let Cam
Cam
speak.
This is what I would say to this. Jerry Jones paid Dak Prescott how much?
$60 million.
How much is Jalen Hurts making? $55 million.
It's a little less. But it's
50! It didn't matter if it was 49.
It's 50 plus. It's 50 plus.
Hello?
Okay.
So when you're making that type of money, it is extremely frustrating to see, like, yo, as a fan, that he's making that much money and doing that much less with his arm. Is he capable? Yes, we want to see it. That's what A.J. Brown is saying.
I understand that. We don't
paying
disagree.
that much money, and we're just doing the bare minimum. And then from this point, from the schematics, Michael Irvin, every time I see A.J. Brown, why is he running the nonstop? Why is he just running the slant? Why is he just running the Indy? Or why is he doing a double move or a hinge? It's so basic. He's frustrated, and he's shown that time and time again. So don't sit up here and make your point, Steven, to just say, like, yo, Dak Quavius is making $60 million. $60 million. And Jerry Jones has shown why he's made him priority.
Something is wrong with you. Something is wrong with you. I don't give a damn how much money he's making. Something is wrong with both of y'all. Y'all are sitting here and comparing a Super Bowl champion, a Super Bowl MVP, who's played in 2 of the last 3 Super Bowls, who's won 18 straight, to somebody that has not even won more than 2 playoff games in 10 years? What is wrong with y'all? What am I missing? What are we talking about? I understand the frustrating part about, he could do more. I get that part. But I thought it was about winning, which he has done considerably more than the Cowboys have done. You two, football players, stars, Hall of Famers as far as I'm concerned. You two, he is already, let me tell y'all something right now. You don't have an argument. My non-football playing ass stuff. Y'all don't even have an argument to make. This is ridiculous. The man is the reigning Super Bowl MVP. And y'all are sitting here talking to me about, oh my God, we're not satisfied with what we're seeing. They're undefeated.
Can I say something real quick? Last word.
It's not us.
Last night, the Dallas Cowboys had an opportunity because of Dak.
Yeah.
We can't say that every single opportunity, every single win when you got Philadelphia. You will rarely say, and obviously we said it in the Super Bowl, the Philadelphia Eagles won because of Jalen Hurts. That hasn't been the totality of that stretch, and that's what I'm saying.